Let's talk about college. First day of classes. We decided to dress up because classes aren't until 12:30. We didn't have nothing else to do. Jayla, I'm a rising sophomore in college, and my major is fashion merchandising. I'm just going to be giving some college advice, some things that I learned over my freshman year that I feel like is worth talking about and worth other people that's going to college to know. So first things first, let's talk about dorm and class registration. You have to be so on it with this, guys. I'm so serious. They'll have a time and a date, say Monday, August 11th at 8 a.m. that they want you to go click your classes in. You need to set your alarm for like 7:50, have your laptop ready before you go to sleep so you can wake up and be like ready to press the button at 8 o'clock. If you don't get up early to register for your classes online and stuff, you won't get the classes that you want. You won't get the dorm room that you want. I know on my campus, they had the dorm room where you share the bathroom with a whole hall of girls versus the dorm room where you share the bathroom with 4 girls. So I was very on it, like ready to press the button. I suggest you tour your campus before you start your classes just so you won't be that person like, what room number is this? What building am I going to? You don't want to be that person. When choosing your classes, I suggest you do your research on your teachers. Ask around, like which teacher is good for English, what's the easiest science teacher, Google them, see what they look like, what's their last name. If their last name is something long and out of the country, I suggest don't take them. If you can't pronounce their name, don't take them. Next, don't buy the books before you go to class. Some teachers, you go to class and they're like, yeah, we need this book and this book. While other teachers, you go to class and they're like, yeah, we don't use books in this class. And you show up with your book and you're like, but I bought the book. I suggest talking with your roommate and trying to get to know your roommate before even getting to school. I know they give you guys your room assignments and then you get to know who your roommate is. Yeah, talk with them. Ask questions. It's really horrible to get to college and then you don't really know them like that, and it's just really awkward being in the room with them. Also, talk about splitting stuff like the refrigerator, the microwave, and the TV. See if one person is bringing the TV, you don't necessarily need 2 TVs unless you just don't get along with your roommate. Then buy all your own stuff, honey. Buy all your own stuff. I just want to say that getting a good roommate is like a 50-50% chance. You may have a good one, you may have a bad one. Me personally, I went to college and I didn't have the best roommate. So just be aware of that. If you know someone, then definitely room with the person that you know. But if you don't, just know it's a 50-50% chance that you may not like them. As a freshman, it is beneficial to live on campus just because you have the resources of going to the library, going to the writing center, and getting your paper revived. You don't have to drive home and then drive back. It's just beneficial to stay on campus your freshman year. Everyone expects college to be so fun all the time and there's always things to do, but I would say get used to being alone. There are going to be times that nobody's doing nothing, that you're going to be in your room literally alone doing nothing. I would say definitely have a TV, food, snacks, your computer, a hobby, something to do, because it is a lot of times where you're not doing anything. Going to college will force you to be independent. Your parents won't really be there for you like that. I mean, of course, like some parents will supply money, but just like doing your work and getting your work done and talking with your teachers, going to meetings, socializing, getting personal needs stuff, going to the store, just all these things that your parents used to do, going to get groceries, doing your laundry, all that stuff, they will not be there to do it anymore. Like literally you're on your own and you have to do everything for yourself. A lot of people go to college not knowing what they want to do, and that is okay, but I personally would suggest that you figure out what you want to do and fast. A lot of people are just in college taking these BS classes that they don't really care about, or they're trying stuff out to see what they want to do, and it's just wasting their time because at some point you're going to have to figure out what you're going to do in life. So I would say, you know, if you're in high school, definitely start thinking what I want to do, because I'm a sophomore but I'm already taking fashion classes. So the longer you wait to figure out what you want to do, the more pushback you're going to be, and you may be like a second semester senior and third semester senior, fourth semester, fifth semester, you know, it gets pushed back. Do not wait till the last minute to do a paper. You will be stressed out. You will think life is about to be over. You'll just be like, it's like just so stressful, and you're like trying to type and you're like, I can't talk to you right now, I have to do a paper, and people are texting you talking about come out. So just don't do that. Like, you are going to be stressed. From personal experience, try your best to not get an 8 a.m. class. They're not horrible, but they're horrible, okay? I had an 8 a.m. class, and it's just the point of like waking up that early and going to class. I know some classes you have to get an a.m. because they don't have any other time, so like you're stuck with it. I feel like every person in college has been stuck with at least one 8 or 9 a.m. class, but I would suggest, depending on the person you are, don't get an 8 a.m. class. If you're the type of person that doesn't party and stuff, yeah, get an 8 a.m. class. But if you go out and you do all this mess, push your classes back to at least noon, okay? Don't skip class. I cannot stress this enough. I don't know how people end up like skipping so many classes and so behind. Like, you're going to school for one thing, you know. I'm going to school to go to class, and my mom always tells me this, like, school is your job, so you're not doing nothing else but going to school, so why are you skipping class? So I feel like a lot of people start skipping class and they're like, oh, I'm just gonna skip it this time, and it gets addicting, like, you know. So just don't do it in the first place. Keep up on your work. Yeah, don't skip class. I know that you have 3 days to like miss a class before, I don't know if your letter grade goes down or whatever or something, but I always go to all my classes, so at the end of the semester I can just be like, yep, I'm not going today because y'all don't be talking about nothing. Then again, you have some teachers, like last semester, my 8 o'clock class, he basically said that having attendance in college is stupid. You come to class and take the test. If you don't want to come to class, you still take the test. But yeah, that was only one of my teachers. When you miss a day of class, you really need to get with your teacher to see what you missed, because some people who skip class regularly, they come to class and then it's a paper due that day or a pop quiz, and you just never know. You don't want to be that person that comes to class like, oh, a paper was due. That would not be good. Parties are not how the media portrays them to be. I know on movies and stuff, you're like, yeah, college is going to be like this and like this. But it kind of isn't like that unless you go to like this huge, big college. But then again, even then, you're going to go to a few parties and then you're going to get tired of it. I know at my college, you go to some parties. You know, the first ones are cool. Then you start seeing everybody that you've been seeing, and it's not as fun anymore. Freshman 15. Okay, so I feel like this depends on the person. I am skinny, so no matter what I do, I will not be able to gain 15 pounds to save my life. But honestly, during college, I feel like I was always hungry. Like, the caf food isn't like, you know, your mom's cooking. The caf closed at like 7:30. So then you're left throughout the whole night, like just trying to find something else to eat. Maybe McDonald's, maybe some chicken noodle soup. Just because I don't eat oodles, noodles, those are really nasty. But if you stay in a dorm room or an apartment, I mean, they have a kitchen where you can cook what you want. I don't know a lot of people that's just been like, oh my god, I gained so much weight. So I mean, it just depends. If you're not a big snacker before you go to college, you're not going to get to college and just be like, oh, food. But yeah, definitely you miss your parents cooking. Yeah, I would go to the caf like, this nasty fries. You will need money to do laundry. If you're staying in a dorm room, it's like $1.75 to wash and $1.75 to dry your clothes. So just make a mental note that you're going to need money to wash your clothes. And if you have a lot of clothes like me, you have to wash a lot. But if you know an upperclassman, you can go to their room and wash the clothes for free. However, I just have too many clothes to do that. Like lugging it to get there and then lugging it to get back. I'd rather just pay. At my college, we have printer stations throughout the school. We have it in the dorm room, the library, the gym, the caf area. Like, it's printer stations all throughout the school. They give you $30 to print every semester. So check with your school to see if you need a printer. I didn't necessarily need a printer because we had stations that we used. So yeah, just check and see if you need a printer. the easiest way to not make friends is to isolate yourself and not leave the room. Like, really try to talk to people at your orientation, meet people, get their numbers, exchange, just so you know people. In your classes, talk, chat. Just try to talk to anybody you can, basically. During your freshman year, some people realize that they have a hard time meeting friends. Just know that you are not alone. I personally had problems meeting friends. Join clubs, sororities, do anything to be active on campus, basically. But you're not alone. A lot of people have problems meeting friends and figuring out who they click with. So you're not alone. College has a lot of clubs and organizations. If you like to play video games, there's probably a club that has 50 people who like to play video games too. You can come up with your own clubs. When I was down about life in college my freshman year, I found out about the gospel club, and they had gospel, what is it called? Like church, basically, every Thursday in one of the classrooms, and it was actually a really nice service, and I ended up really liking it. They went to church on Fridays, and you're thinking Friday, but it was like teens, you know, it's not like old people going to church. It was like, you know, young people getting together, upbeat music. It was actually really nice. So that's something that I really like going to now. My number one thing that I would say to bring to college is definitely a mattress pad. Okay, you're gonna have some bad days that you just want to get in the bed and lay there, and you want your bed to be soft. The dorm room beds are not soft, so you're gonna want something cushiony to lay on. I would say get a more, you know, good one, expensive one. I know they have the little ones at Walmart for $20, but I'm saying really get a nice one so you can feel like at home. I know my bed was something that I ran into in college. Like, I'm going to get in my bed after this class. Do not sit in the back of the class. Like, that's just straight up, I want to F. So let's talk about classes. In your classes, you want your teacher to know you. I know a lot of people just go to the back of the class and just sit there. I don't suggest that. I suggest you go to the front of the class, answer questions, communicate with them, especially in classes you struggle in. I know a lot of people who struggle in classes and they basically fail the class because they're sitting in the back. The teacher doesn't know, they don't know what they don't know. Yeah, that's so horrible. Like, communicate to your teacher. Go up to them after class and be like, hi, my name is Jayla. I'm really horrible in math, but I'm really going to try this semester, and ask questions. And yeah, just communicate with them. They understand, you know, math is a hard subject. So yeah. Don't procrastinate on your work at all. Go ahead and get it done. Like, this is college. You're going to college to make a career for yourself and make money. So yeah, just do your work. I mean, that's common sense. I don't feel like I should talk too much about it. So guys, that's all the advice for this video. If you guys enjoy these college videos, make sure you thumbs them up. And if you want me to do more, leave some topics in the comment section. I'll be happy to share my opinion or talk about whatever. Maybe I should talk about dating and relationships. I feel like that's a big thing in college. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll talk to you guys in my next one. Bye!